What's up? Welcome to Black Queens Uncut. Grab your wine, your vape, or whatever you need to relax so we can get into this queen chat. TK isn't available this week, but I'm Monique Loveless, and we got a special guest. Plus, we got our queen Kiki over here. You're over here, Kiki.
Hi, guys.
Introduce yourself, Kiki.
Hey, guys. What's up? It's Kiki.
And we have artist and musician Enimeezy, aka Meezy for short, coming on to talk about what do men want. Now, we're not asking what do men want. We're kind of rhetorically saying, what the hell do men want? Okay.
I like that because when I first seen it, I was like, why are we asking them what they want?
It's a rhetorical, like, y'all confuse the fuck out of us.
So tell us what y'all actually want.
Yes. And can we debunk some stuff? Because I feel like this conversation gets put in cycles and so many people say so many different things. So, Kiki, I think, okay, so we're going to be honest. The rundowns get written by Josh. So the first question is, I think for us, Kiki, which is, what do women think men want?
I don't know. I think it's getting to the point where it's like, we see so many podcasts. We're starting to see so many different conversations with so many different men. And I think as I'm getting older, I really am like, what is it that y'all want? Because I feel like most of the times in most relationships, a lot of men and women are not communicating with each other. So I feel like there's things that men want, but they're not saying it. So I'm also trying to figure out, what is it that y'all actually want in a relationship, a woman? Is it subjective? Like, what is it that y'all are actually looking for?
I'm about to give a breakdown, okay? Because
Yeah, what do you think? Because I don't know what
I feel. What I feel is that every time I watch these little shows or podcasts that guys do, I feel like, and when you talk to guys, I feel like this. They always have this tendency to say what I think they drew up in their mind of what they want. Like they are like, oh, I'm this way and I'm that way and I want this and I want, I want blah, blah, blah. But when they turn around and go for what they want, it's totally different than what they said they wanted. So I've come to the conclusion that I no longer listen to men. I look at your actions.
That's good.
Yes, because you're telling me, but your actions always say something totally different.
I agree.
And so I can no longer listen to men. And I'm a listener.
I agree. I think it's like one of those things where it's just with every guy I date, I just need to see your actions because, like you said, men will say one thing, but then they go for the complete opposite. Like, remember, like back in the day, men would be like, I don't like crazy girls. I don't like stalkerish girls. But then I'm like, you actually do like crazy women because there are normal women who are here and y'all like the attention of like a woman breaking your windows. Just say you like crazy women. Like, or men will be like, oh, gold diggers this, gold diggers that. But I'm like, but you are purchasing the table to get the bottle to attract the girl that you're talking about.
Exactly.
So I'm tired. I'm like, so what is it that y'all want?
That's why I never look at what they say they want.
Yeah.
Because they always be like, oh, I want the girl who is, a good girl. Like, I could take home to mama. Like, she's got, she's on top of her shit. But the moment you make a little more money than they do, or you got to put them in your schedule because you are busy, they trip.
Men crack me up because I have a lot of male friends and they'll do the like, I want the Michelle Obama. And I'm like, but then I see the women that they're entertaining and I'm like, that's funny to me. Or I have a friend who's he's polyamorous. And I asked him, I said, I think that's dope, but can I ask you a question? Can your girlfriend be polyamorous or you just want all the girlfriends? He was like, well, I said, see, that's the problem with men. You're not polyamorous then. Just say you want to fuck a bunch of different girls. Like,
right. I don't go off of what they say. I have to go off of action because
that's good because that's smart.
Because they're no longer like their words don't mean anything. It's how they act. And then And then they do question me. They'll be like, well, why did you do that? I'm like, because I went off of your actions, not what you say. You can't tell me something. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio at the end of the day. So not only will I get crazy on your ass, I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? So revenge to me is like, people be like, did you feel like that was not okay? You don't feel any type of way? My friends be asking me, like, no, I felt good. Now I feel good. Now I can move forward.
My mom's a Scorpio.
But at the end of the day, it's I go off of actions because I don't want to be that person no more. I'll go off of actions. So Meezy, we're gonna shorten you. Meezy, what do you think that women think about men?
Um, I think there's such a disconnect because everybody's funny. You know what I'm saying? Nobody keep it real out the gate. Like you said, it's just like men say they want something, and then we don't know what the hell we want neither. Honestly, shit, we be thinking it's one thing, and then something else pop up, and we like, oh, that's actually what I want. You know what I'm saying? And like we have fluid kind of perceptions about what we want, and you know what I'm saying? It's up for grabs. Nobody really know what the fuck going on out here. I wouldn't keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree with
Everybody
that.
want the wifey type. You know what I'm saying? They want the wifey to stay home, cook, and
But they go for the
take
Black
care.
China.
But then you see them leaving heart eyes under all the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So
That part.
That part.
I mean, shit.
I'm happy that you did admit though, like, because I think it is cool to hear a guy be like, we honestly don't know what we want.
I don't know what the fuck I want. Honestly, shit. I'm just out here winging it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I am winging this shit right now. So.
But that's a mood though. That's real, and I
I
appreciate.
think
And I
yeah,
wish more people were honest.
you should be concerned about somebody who claim to know exactly what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag to me. Like shit, I don't know.
It's a red flag for a guy because I feel like girls majority because we're goal setters and visual
Oh
board
yeah,
people
y'all
and
y'all
stuff. I
got
feel like
y'all heads on straight for sure. Y'all be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a plan, stick to it. 5-year plan, 1-year plan, 10-year plan. Y'all be writing
yeah,
shit down, vision boarding,
yeah.
Journaling.
journaling.
One thing about women, we gonna fucking write something down.
We gonna
Yeah,
write it down. We
absolutely.
gonna
Y'all gonna
remember
write
that
it down. Y'all got the notebooks and all this shit. I'm like, damn, y'all be organized as hell.
Planners. If you look at Target and
Planners,
around like
yeah,
January and December, all those planners and journals fucking sell out because women are
gone.
like, I gotta. And I think it's the thing for girls since we were little. We've always had this like, I got a plan. I want to do this. So when you do meet a guy and the guy's like, yeah, this is what I want, and it's like Monique said, the actions are completely different.
Yeah,
I'm like, how can we come together and
yeah. Side note, that's why it's good to have women on your team too. Like, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
working for you because you dealing with niggas only on your team. It'd be a bunch of like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. And then it's no actionable steps. It's just like, damn, what we
But
doing,
true,
bro?
a lot of men say that, like the Diddy's and a lot of like big people will be like, I have nothing but women on my team.
Oh God, that is the way to get shit done. That's the way to get it done. Cause niggas we'll talk a good game, and then when it's time to,
See?
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all talk. I feel like y'all talk to the point where it's like, I just don't want conflict. So I'm gonna just say whatever. I'm gonna just say whatever doesn't. I feel like it's not gonna create
Yeah,
conflict.
path of least
Not
resistance.
realizing that women are FBI agents.
Mm-hmm.
We're just asking you because we already know.
Oh
That part.
shit.
So, like, you trying not to create conflict is going to create conflict because now you're lying.
Yeah.
Mm. But
Or
is it
you're
a lie
trying.
if we don't really know? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here we go. He want to know.
Is it a lie if you know what
Is
I'm
it a
saying?
lie
In
if
that
I
moment, that's what we felt. It's not like we lying. We be like, yeah, what do I want? Because we don't be thinking about it. We don't. It's not like we don't. We're not sitting here like planning and plotting like y'all said. Like we niggas be winging it. Niggas be winging it.
yeah.
Maybe
So
that's
And
in
I'll
the
do
that
it.
moment, maybe we saying something and we like, yeah, that's true to me in this moment.
problem.
And then y'all think about it and be like, damn, I should have
And then
never
you
said
be
that.
like, damn, you know what?
That's not.
Actually,
That
I
actually
don't
was not a
know.
good idea.
I don't know how truthful that was. I don't know if that resonates with me all the way like I thought it did 10 minutes ago when I said that.
No,
Oh
I
my
love men. I
god.
think y'all is some interesting people because I think the older I get, I'm like, men are just so interesting, yo. Like the shit
Yeah,
that we grew up on and the things that men would say, it's just complete opposites. I'm like,
yeah,
and that's why I tell women, I'm like, listen, if you're into guys, don't change yourself or try to do anything for a guy. Do it for you because you'll think a guy would want something and you're changing yourself to please them. I'm like, no, because men will say one thing and it's not. Like
yeah,
I was telling a friend, I'm like, men dog women. A lot of men, not all men, will dog women all day about a certain type of women. But I look at these women and they're wiped up. Like the Dreyers are wiped up, the Chinas are wiped up. But men will dog these women in their comments, but will also be in their DMs. So I'm
Yes.
like,
yeah.
I was literally, and this is crazy. I was literally like talking to this guy and it was cool. And I thought, it's gonna be cool. And um come to find out, like he ended up liking this other girl that he like was mad because she ended up being for the streets. And I'm like, but she looks like
She,
for the streets.
yeah.
She looks like he's for the streets. How did you not get that?
Yeah. I mean, with guys, we're so visual. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, mm, damn, she look good. Shit, what
Yeah,
I'm
but y'all
supposed to
are
do?
not coming out on the right side being so visual.
Yeah,
And then
no,
y'all
we're
gotta go
easily
back.
deceived too.
What'd you
It's
say?
easily, and we're easily deceived too. So something that look good ain't always good. You know what I'm saying? Or
men just
even once
be
you do some more
winging it.
deep diving, it ain't what you thought it was. Filters is a motherfucker too. So
Oh my gosh. Y'all always blaming it on filters. But let me ask you this.
filters made me do it.
Does I feel like maturity comes with that though.
Yeah. We mature at different rates. I'm sure y'all have experienced that. And, you know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all might have to get y'all a little 40, 45-year-old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
No, because age don't that does not matter.
It don't, but it helps just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Because even the older guys, I'm like, men just don't grow up. Y'all just 50 years old and still acting 20.
That's funny because I had I had a conversation with an ex of mine. We still cool or whatever, and she was like, you know, you always said that I was a lot, like emotionally and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I mean, at times it was a lot. She was like, so now that you're single, have you found that women are any less emotional than I am? Like now I was an anomaly or something like that. And I was like, not at all, not at all. And then I was like, you always felt like I was like, absent minded and like, not intuitive and into your feelings. I was like, have you found that men are any less stupid than I was, in our time together? She was like, nope. So I'm like, that's
Exactly.
just what it's gonna be. It's gonna be, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Y'all gonna feel all these things, y'all gonna have all these thoughts. We're not gonna think. We're just gonna be going off impulse and like, you know what I'm saying, just doing what feels right. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's always gonna be that divide, that disconnect, I feel like. But just find the idiot for you. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. And I'm gonna find the emotional ball for me, and you know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing.
I
The
think that
emotional wall and the idiot. Oh my gosh. I cannot.
I do think I agree with you though, because I think, like you said, like men and women will never be the same. And just since the
Yeah,
beginning of time,
Yeah.
we are the complete opposites. And I think with these podcasts, people are trying to get us to be the same. I'm like, we're not. But I do think it's okay, like to find that person where people can compromise and communicate. Because I do,
yeah,
like you said, I think men just be winging the shit out of everything. But I
yeah,
do think if y'all could find a partner where you can compromise and communicate, and your partner could be like, yo, you are X, Y, and Z. And then you can be like, yeah, you're right. I am like that. Let me try to, like, not fix it, but let me try to work on it to better
yeah,
our relationship.
yeah.
Because
I
we're
think
never
that's
going to be the
that's
same
the
men and
key.
women.
Yeah, that's the key is
We're
just being able to compromise. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're never going to be the same, but I do feel like there has to be like some type of why is there constant miscommunication? Like I feel like guys, and since he said that, I feel like guys need to stop looking at us as being too much and understand that when we're being like that, it's because we're not. And I'll say this from a form of like going to therapy or not. It's a part of us wanting you to do something, but us not wanting to like say it because it may be hurtful or whatever. Yeah. And so we try to find all these ways around it, but it makes us even more crazy because it's like we just can't say it. And so I think if the communication was better, especially for guys, like y'all have a tendency to just shut down. Y'all don't want to talk at all. Y'all be like,
hell no.
So annoying.
And that is so annoying.
I know, but you know, at least for me, I can speak for myself personally that it seems like when y'all are having these, you know, deep conversations or these, you know, important conversations, it seems like y'all already have it in your head, all the words that y'all gonna say and like all the meanings that y'all want to express to us. Y'all have it and y'all can articulate it in an instant. And then we kind of stuck on stupid because we like, damn, I gotta gather my thoughts. I gotta gather my thoughts. I'm a thought gatherer. So if you bring me up an important conversation in the moment and you want to have this important conversation in this moment, I'm gonna be stuck on stupid. I'm gonna be like, damn, I feel the way, but how can I say this in a way that is palatable, that she can digest it, and that, you know what I'm saying, it makes
Let me
sense.
give y'all the
It's not
words.
offensive.
Let me give y'all the words. I'm taking in everything you said and I'm listening, but I do need a moment to register so that I can give you the correct response that I'm feeling.
Oh, that's good.
And that's
That
all
sounds
you
like
need to
it'll
say.
work in the moment. That sounds like it.
All men heard just now, the men that would listen to this was blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And
That
you said the most
sounds
simple
like it'll
thing
work. I've tried that.
ever.
I've tried that. You know, I've tried that. You know,
Have
I've
you
tried to
really
be like,
though?
I swear to God, I have.
I think in
I
y'all's
swear to God.
mind you think you tried it, but you
No,
really didn't
no.
try
I think in
it.
y'all minds, y'all think y'all said what she just said, but then it comes out like, bruh, you
Like,
It
really
comes
bro,
out
tried.
like,
what you owe
well,
me for? Like, damn, I'm trying. Let me, you know, I don't know. Like,
yes, that's how it comes out.
That's exactly how it comes. Like you be like, okay, I'm just expressing my feelings because the thing, a
yeah,
lot of men don't like to communicate, and when we communicate, it comes off to y'all that we're doing too much and we're
yeah.
emotional. It's like, no, bitch, I'm just trying to have an adult conversation with you about
Right.
my feelings and how you made me feel. Let's communicate
Yeah,
and move
and
on.
the fact is, y'all have deeper conversations on a regular basis than we
Yeah.
ever do. So y'all have so many more. Y'all have y'all 10,000 hours of deep conversations. We have like 60 hours. Like shit, man. If it ain't about basketball, or like goddamn the Lakers, like you know what I'm saying, some sports, music. You know what I'm saying. We don't really go deep. So y'all be sitting on the phone crying with each other on FaceTime and then go, okay, so girl, and then anyway, so you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we don't never go deep like that. So it's you know what I'm saying? The
It do
experience
be
level
therapy.
is different.
It be
It's
therapy in the group chat
different.
with the girls.
And y'all do that with every one of y'all homegirls. It's not like it's exclusive to one homegirl.
Right.
Like y'all talk deep to everybody. So when y'all ready to have a deep conversation, y'all just go.
Yep.
Guys ain't like that. You
But the
you
moment
gotta
you say,
slowly rev into this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the
all right, we
moment
gonna
y'all get frustrated and say, I don't know, you know what the question next is. What you mean you don't know?
yeah,
I
oh yeah.
Exactly.
oh
I just talked to you for 7 minutes in a row, like
You
straight,
didn't hear
no
anything I
rest.
just said.
No rest. What about this? Can you comment on that? Can you comment on that? Deep
And men are
the
literally, I
first
feel like men in y'all brains, y'all be like, what the fuck is happening?
the first 4 minutes of you talking, giving me that 7 minute monologue, I'm like, oh shit, we having a talk. I'm not even really. I'm like, oh shit. Let me listen. Let me listen. I'm like, stop saying let me listen and actually listen in your head. Like, nigga, just open your ears right now. I'll be like, all right, snap out of it. Yeah. All right, she's talking. Okay.
And we be so passionate and so deep, and y'all be
I
like,
know. We'd be like, okay, it's happening. I hope she don't realize that I'm an idiot right now. Like, damn, come on. All right, she talking. She for real. This is serious. Stop
and
saying
then
that.
first thing out your mouths is, what do you mean? It's like,
Yeah,
bruh,
you're
I
like,
just broke
wait.
it down.
I
Where is
just
this
broke down
coming from?
everything to you.
Yeah, where is this coming from? What you mean?
Will this ever
I just told you
change?
where I'm coming from, what I mean, why I'm
Right.
saying this in this moment. Like,
Like, why are you not listening? That's
Yeah.
what it is.
No,
Do
we
you
really
believe
like
that this will
caricatures. We
ever
really,
change though for guys, or do we just always have to deal with this?
sadly, I think the way that the world is going, we're forcing y'all to become a little more masculine in a lot of ways. So I
I'm
feel like
glad
if
you
it
said that.
does
Thank you.
change, it'll be because y'all got so tired of this shit. And I was just like, all right, nigga, I got my chest out now. Like, I ain't talking to you about shit. Like, bro, I'm talking to my homegirls about this, and you can do what the hell you doing over here. And like, we keep
Yep,
it like that. You know what I'm saying? So if it does change, it'll be like that. Because I don't think guys are changing.
I agree.
that's
I don't see you guys change. I think since the beginning of time, since day one, men have just always been this way, and women are always just like, you know what? I'll handle it. I'll
Yeah,
fucking
I think
yeah,
that
figure
he
it.
said what's right though. Like you
Yeah.
pinpointed that because a lot of men remember I had this conversation, this debate with somebody at Kiki's Thanksgiving dinner.
oh
And
shit.
so it's just
It was
I
a good
did.
debate with a
It
guy.
was because this guy came in and was just like, women are so masculine now. Y'all need to learn how to get back into y'all's femininity. And I was like, but y'all are the reason why we're masculine. So for you
Mm,
to touch on that and say that
Yeah.
we are being forced.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
feel like we're being
Yeah.
forced
Yeah.
because it's like if you're not going to do it, I have to do it because it has to get done. Or
fact.
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying, we know that things have to get done.
And
Yeah,
we're so independent. I had this conversation with a guy where naturally I was aggressive and I was the person who would naturally do things. And I told him, I'm like, I want to be feminine. I want to be soft.
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s now where I don't want to have to fucking go up to you and do like, I want to be in my feminine bag because he was
mm,
expressing like, oh, I want a woman to be aggressive. I'm like, I did that. No, fam.
yeah,
And it's okay for women because women and men, we both have masculine and feminine energy.
yeah,
But
yeah, of
sometimes
course.
women, we've been in our masculine energy our whole lives.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's like, bruh, come on now.
yeah,
Right.
no,
I feel the same way. Like I want to be softer. I think Amanda still said it. Like I would love to be softer, but if I'm not given the space to
Yeah.
do that, then I have to do what I need to do. And if
right.
it means tapping into my energy, because like most of the times, this is another thing that I see about men. Men always be like, but these be the broke ones. They always be like, dude. They be like, oh God, women want me for my money, and I'm like, but what money
And
you
they
want
don't
me
be
What
for?
having no
money?
goddamn money.
What money?
Like,
I got more money
but
than you, sir.
when men feel like you want them for their money, it's kind of like, no, I actually want the true security and protection for me to open up and be able to be soft. And
Yeah.
you're not understanding that. It has nothing to do with your money. But if you give me a space to actually open up and be myself, I feel
Right.
comfortable enough to be softer. But if you're not giving me that space, nigga, I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna be talking to
Facts.
you
Yeah.
like you a bitch, and I dare you to say something.
Yeah, I think that's where the problem is. Men think that um, women's desire for that security and that comfort is financial when really it's like plan some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Make a
Because like
date
we
night
got
or
it,
some
like it's
shit, like you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Like we
Yeah.
most likely we can pay for what we ask you to pay for, but plan
Mhm.
something, do
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
lead,
yeah. So take some
lead.
initiative or something, you know. So I think the insecure guys, like you said, or like the financially insecure, they take that as a threat. Like what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like oh shit, she want me to take her to damn Mastros, and you know what I'm saying. She want me to get the appetizers and the dessert and 3 drinks. And, nah, like
And the crazy part is that I actually do that. I'm like, oh, let's go here because I can do it
yeah,
for myself.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not going to ask of you if I can't do it for me. I'm
That's
not going to
fact.
sit at this table and get a free meal if I can't pay for it myself.
that part.
Yeah.
Do I
Hmm.
want to? Now, if you ask me out and I have to pay for it myself or we go Dutch, you have
Oh
put
yeah.
yourself in the friend zone. I
Oh
look
yeah.
at you differently. Don't
Yeah.
ask for no pussy. Don't ask for anything else because it's not coming your way.
Period.
Yeah. I don't even let my homegirls pay for shit when we go out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just still believe in that kind of. We have such a financial leg up in the world already, being men and being, you know what I'm saying, in the
that part.
patriarchy type shit. Like, so if we go out to eat, goddamn, get what you want, man. Shit, man.
Right. That's how my guy friends are. When I'm going
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
and we're just friends, they're like, no, don't even
yeah. Like, what are you
be
doing?
like,
What are you
my guy
doing?
friends would be
Like,
like, you with a bunch of niggas. Like, why would we have y'all paying? I'm like, oh, well, there are guys that still exist like this.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Chivalry is
but
not that. These are just the homies. So I'll be
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like, yeah, it's just like, fuck it.
Right.
I'll be like, wow, God, they are there.
Well, God, like
Yeah,
those shock us now. That's the problem.
yeah,
Like that
yeah,
shocks us now.
Yeah, it
yeah.
And that's
does.
It does.
unfortunate. Do you
It's
feel like
it's
men expect too much from women?
I don't know if we expect too much. I think everybody expects too much out of everybody. Honestly, like it's both ways it goes. You know what I'm saying?
You think
But
so?
our expectations are actually y'all bar is kind of low, man. Y'all be like, oh, the nigga always got toilet paper. Oh, girl, he's a keeper. Like, damn, the bar is toilet paper. What the hell? Like that nigga cut his fingernails. Oh my god, girl. Like
Honey, the bar is to hell right now
the
for
bar is
women.
to hell. So.
We be like, wow, okay, he wakes up at a normal time. I like him. Oh my God, he bathes.
so
Wow.
So yeah, I feel
The
like
bar is
it.
so low right now.
So I guess in that regard, then yeah, men do expect too much out of women. Like we want y'all to be, classy, freaky, nasty, always put together, well dressed, well spoken, know how to behave. You know what I'm saying? And hold me down in my lowest point.
Help you
Financially
heal.
support me, be there when I ain't shit until I am shit, and I leave your
Yep,
ass for
date your
somebody else. You
potential.
know what I'm saying? Like you need to be all of these things for me. So I mean, it's tough, for, but we just going off what we see. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the image that I don't know if it's Hollywood is portrayed to us or if it's like the media is telling us that this is out there that this is how it should be or where we got this idea from. But we definitely have some unrealistic expectations for women sometimes, and
Why do y'all feel like that's okay?
because we're living in the never settle society. We like never settle. It's always something better out there. It's always, you know what I'm saying. This one
Mm,
won't do it, the next one will. You know what I'm saying. I feel like maybe it's this social media era where it's so easy to see different things. Like I always say, it's no way in hell we were supposed to know that all these beautiful women existed in the world. Like back in the day, you just had you know what I'm saying, your city. You like, damn, she's the finest woman I ever seen. I'm gonna settle down.
yeah,
I'm like, this is it. She is everything. Now I'm
yeah.
like, damn, look at her. Oh, but look at her. You just go on your explore page and you just see 35 of the finest women you've never seen in your life, and you like, damn, this person exists. I didn't even know that this was a real thing that could happen. So you just like,
That's wild
we
that you say that.
spoiled.
'Cause I feel that way about when transplants move to LA because I'm a transplant.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
feel that way when transplant men move to LA. And then when black women be like, oh, it's so hard to date in LA. Because I feel like when transplant men come from like Atlanta, New York, Boston, they've
Yeah.
seen a specific type of woman. And then when they come here,
Yeah.
they're like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
fuck that. Because I've seen that at
Yeah.
home. I want to explore that. So then some
Yeah.
black women were like, oh, okay, like
All right. I'm chopped
what
liver
the
now.
fuck
Okay.
is
Yeah.
happening? So I do
Right.
feel
I
like it's
feel
like
like
that
chopped
too.
liver out here. I can go anywhere. I've been even overseas and I get attention, but
Yeah.
here I'm just
Here, they be like,
invisible.
Yeah,
you
I
know the
think it also
movie?
depends. I'm from out here, so it's like where you go at in the
Yeah.
circles that you in. Like
Yeah,
if you in a
everybody
certain
says
section
that.
of time, you know what I'm saying,
But you
town
know
is
what?
gonna be tough.
I feel like men from LA are so dope because the men that I've dated are from LA. The
Yeah.
problem that
Yeah,
I have, it's the transplants that
Hmm.
are from
yeah.
my hometown that come out here and start being weird. And I'm like,
Yeah. They giving us a
okay.
bad
So
rap out here.
They
Damn,
and
I thought we
but
was
it
are.
does.
solid.
It does because
Yeah.
people will
Yes.
say men from LA, and I'll be like, no, 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 no. Because
No,
the
no.
men from LA are dope. It's the
Yeah.
niggas who've lived here for 7+ years,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
but they're from like Miami or New York,
yeah,
and they've completely like
Because
shut us out.
my best friend is from LA and he's dope. Like
yeah.
Mhm.
he don't even let me
No.
lift a finger. He's like,
Yeah.
no.
I love men, but I just be like, where y'all be at? Did y'all all move?
Yeah, where
Where
are
y'all
you?
at?
Thank you, Kiki. Can we
Man,
change
we
this
be ducked
up real
off,
quick?
man.
We looking.
Where
Yeah.
y'all
I
at?
want to know.
What
Yeah, we
clubs
be
y'all go
dunked
to?
off. We be dunked off, man. We don't really go to the clubs. Like we can go out and say, like, look, maybe at least myself, I'd go to events. I don't like going to like clubs
I
and
need
shit
someone to
like
throw an
that.
event where it's like LA originally, like original men from LA are at this event. Cause like I'm tired of
Single,
transplant men. Cause I'm a transplant
single.
and the transplant
Yeah,
men are horrible, but the LA men are so
They
dope. I just feel like
are.
there's not a lot of y'all around because a
yeah. I
lot of
don't know
y'all have
where we be
moved.
at. Honestly, I don't know where we be at, but it's like we be having little get-togethers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you know somebody, then you know somebody.
Right.
You can
Yeah.
be up in the mix, but I don't know where we be at. Honestly, shit.
I'm about to throw an
Maybe at
event.
the
Y'all, I'm
house.
throwing an event.
Yeah.
This event is
Only
for
real.
LA, men from LA,
Bring your birth
single men from
certificate,
LA only.
your date of
No
birth,
transplants
all of that.
except if you're a woman.
Yeah, right. No, that's
Oh
real.
my gosh,
I don't know where we at. We be ducked off though.
Yeah, I've
yeah. I
noticed
feel
that.
like LA people either dispersed out far
Yeah,
or y'all like really just be so chill. Cause LA like original LA people are really cool.
They
They're
really
yeah,
really
are.
chill, cool people. Like they're the realest people I ever like meet. Like if I go to New York or whatever, I'll be feeling like it's real. But LA people are like real.
yeah.
With these transplants that are given a bad name
I think
and
we
they
moved
making it
here.
hard out in these
I think we move
streets.
here
Man,
and we watch all these stupid movies and they start to think they act like what they think LA should be. And then I'll
yeah,
meet real LA people and I'm like, these people are so cool. I just wish there were more of
yeah.
them, or I was invited to more events with
Yeah. You gotta
LA
come south of
folks.
the 10. You gotta come south of the 10. You know what I'm saying?
We be
'Cause,
trying. So I just be like,
Yeah,
where y'all at?
I've been out that way a little more.
yeah,
I
I've been
used to
out
be
that
like
way a little more. But coming from Atlanta, because I'm originally from Ohio, but when I moved here, I was, coming from Atlanta. It was different for me. I was like, I don't know.
different how.
I
Like,
don't know. In Atlanta, I'm in demand.
oh yeah,
Like
okay.
down south,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Down south, Midwest, up
yeah,
north, I'm in demand. Overseas, I'm in demand. I am in demand. You can't tell
listen, I
me
get
yeah,
off the
nothing.
plane when I go home and a homeless man will be like, I'm pretty. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Right.
yeah.
I touched down in LA and I'm invisible as fuck.
you,
Mm.
you ever
You
seen the
know
movie
that's
Don't Be a Menace? And he's like in South Central, I think it's in the hood, and
yeah.
he's talking to the black girl, and he's like, he pushes her out the way.
Oh yeah, he's like,
I
look,
always
Like
feel
look
that
at
way in LA.
what
I be like,
God has created. She's not you. My
he was
milk
like,
of
not you,
magnesia.
milk of
right.
magnesia.
Yeah, no, and I think that comes from LA is such a hot spot. It's such a it's such a celebrity infused society, and like everybody has to have this persona of being cool and too cool. Like what I'm saying. Even I've seen like major superstars come through and do a show, and nobody in the crowd is moving. We just like, I just saw fucking.
Yeah.
I just saw
Yep.
Tyrese at the mall. I just saw fucking the weekend at this little bar that my homegirl invited me to. Like, and we are not impressed. So we have
Yes.
that whole disposition already. Like, it's like, you gotta, show me something out the ordinary, or else I'm like, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Even I know have some homegirls from the Bay and they came down here to live, and they like, why men don't holler? Like they don't be like in the Bay. I can't take a step, and niggas is like, yo, gang,
Exactly.
shorty, like
Baby, I went to the Bay once and I was like, oh, I gotta move up here. I was
Let me
like,
tell
Jesus
you,
Christ.
that's what it's like for me everywhere I go. But I've seen guys literally stumble over their feet staring at me and don't say
yeah, don't
shit.
say
And
nothing.
don't
Yes, we
Yeah,
get
no, we
stared
too
at,
cool
but
out
the
here. We too
guys,
cool.
I think, like you said, like the guys that kind of expect for the women to come up to them here in LA. And I'm like, you're eye fucking me and you're staring at me, but why won't you just come up to
Yeah,
me?
I don't know. It's an epidemic. We too cool in LA.
y'all
Y'all
out
too
here
cool.
acting like y'all the prize.
Um,
He's like, well, we
that's
are.
true.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at me back. No, no, but
LA men be like, we are.
yeah, no, for real. But it's just we too cool out here. We too cool. We like, oh, she better come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's
But do
really
you
what
yeah.
or
it
your
is.
friends do that? Like, do you or your friends move
I've
like
been
that?
I've been bougie before. I've been kind of like a bougie vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I still would go holler. I'll be like, yo, what's up? Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? Just a simple hi is crazy. It goes a long way. It's like damn, nobody said hi to you today. Nobody pulled up. It
Nope.
was like,
That's why we
hello.
Nope.
angry. Nope. That's why we
Nope.
upset because no one said hi.
Nope. At
I went
all.
out last night
Period.
and got stared at by like 5 guys, and I'm like,
Stared
okay.
down.
Mm.
Stare, and most of them had on like LA hats. I was like, oh damn, they fine. Like, but staring at, I'm like, bruh, come, you could come
Yeah.
The
over. It's
stare
okay.
down is
It's
serious.
okay. It's okay. Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I
I
do
feel
think
like,
men are out here used to women approaching them as
yeah,
This
well.
is
yeah,
another
So
yeah,
thing too. This is another thing too, because I tend to do this lately. I will approach because men will be like, and I just tested it too. There's this guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I like to be approached or whatever." I approached him. He wasn't. I was like, "Okay, whatever." Clearly, you don't really like to be approached. What is up with that? Like, I feel like guys are saying that they like to be approached, and then they get
mm,
approached, and then they're like,
I
I feel
think getting approached kind of boosts the ego a little up too high, and now you like, I don't know. It's like a catch 22. You like, oh yeah, she approached me now. Shit, you feel me? Got her. You know, like, shit. You know what I'm saying? And instead of being like, oh, that's dope. This is another person who showing interest in me. Instead, we be like, oh, she approached me. Now who else gonna approach me? Yeah, yeah. Obviously I got my shit
"Damn."
together.
damn.
Like,
Let me tell you, this episode has been so eye opening for me when it comes to men because now I'm like, I'm definitely never approaching a man ever again. Men go with the fucking flow. I'm never.
yeah, yeah. You talking to one of the easiest going people out here. So I'll just gonna keep it real with you and just be like,
And we
I might be
appreciate that. I
saying
feel
too
like
much. I
women
might
will
be
too.
saying too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm
No,
giving too much of the game away.
No, you giving us game. Not
no, but I
even.
feel like women and men listening to this and the people who date men will appreciate it because I do
Yeah,
think, like Monique said, like we're in a place where we're like, well, what is it that y'all actually want? So to
Yeah.
hear
yeah.
a man come on and just be honest, be like, we don't fucking know. Like we just
No
going with the
shit,
flow.
man.
I think it
Yeah.
would help people who date men just be easier on themselves, not have high expectations, and just have fun with who you're dating.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. There are some people, some men who know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they still exist too. You know what I'm saying? People who are like, I want a family. I want to do this. I want to settle down. It's just
Yes.
the number is dwindling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's
I'm like, because where are they at?
where they at. I don't know. I don't know none of them personally, but they're out there
Oh
allegedly. You
man.
know,
Do
at
y'all
least it's
ever
out there
feel like
somewhere.
at a certain age y'all too old to be doing that?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. I feel like that's a real answer.
That's because I said to him because he was like, "Y'all should find somebody 45," and I was like, "No,
Yeah,
because men get
no,
older
they
and
be
they're
on bullshit too.
still
But
doing the same thing."
I feel like at some point I'm gonna want to slow down and just be, what I'm saying, family oriented. Also I feel like finances run so much of men's lives and their mind and thinking about this, benchmark or this goal that you're trying to reach, and it's like I can't settle down until I get 5 million in the bank, and I got these properties over here. But then it's also like I said, women will help you achieve all of that. So if you have the right
Exactly.
one, it's like this push and
Because I feel
pull.
like y'all also have a pride issue, and just let me know. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like y'all have a pride issue because when you do meet somebody who is busy and makes more than you do, or whatever, I've experienced this where I'll make more than somebody, or because I have my own. I'm a freelancer. I'm an entrepreneur, so I have to move a lot, and I have a lot of parts and pieces going on. And when
Mhm.
I tell you like, oh hey, I have to schedule you in, it's not trying to be like, oh I
Yeah,
got this. It's really saying like, I'm making time for you, but if you
Mm-hmm.
can't accept that, then
yeah,
that's going to be a problem. You say you want this, you say you want somebody who's got her own shit, but when she really is telling you this is how my own shit comes,
hmm
like, and I'm making time for you, like dudes be getting in their feelings.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like if you ain't gonna take her off of the out of the workforce and like do all of this shit, then goddamn
Thank
get in where you fit in, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hello.
man, you heard it
honestly,
here. Get in
You
where
heard it
you
here
fit
first.
in.
Exclusive.
get in
Get
where you
in
fit
where
in,
you
man. But
fit
people
in.
want people want to
Seriously.
have everything at all the time, and they just want to, what I'm saying, have people fit into their bubble of what they want, instead of meeting somebody where they at, or like, you know. changing how they
Wondering,
move, so they ain't got to do all that.
do you ever feel like you can look at a woman who makes more than you, and instead of looking at her like, oh, my ego is getting in the way and I don't want somebody like that, like, oh, she could really help me be where I want to be?
Hell yeah, that shit is sexy to me. I'm like, go ahead, boss babe. I'm with you. Where we going? You know, they be having all the dope brunch spots. They be knowing where to eat at and shit. I be like, damn, I ain't never been here. I ain't never even knew this place existed. They be like, oh yeah, you need to try the tuna tartare. I'll be like, what is tuna tartare? I don't know. So it's like I'm with that shit. That shit does not bother me at all. I love a corporate bay. I love a what I'm saying, entrepreneur bay.
Come on, corporate bay, boss bay.
Boss
Boss
bay.
babe.
Like I'm man, that shit is not intimidating to me at all.
But then when she starts having conversations with you, be know that she is like not too much.
Oh yeah, I don't. I'm not easily intimidated. Honestly, I'm like people are people. They do what they do. They where they at. I know where I want to be. I know where I plan to be. So it's like, why would I be intimidated by somebody who maybe has gotten there, a little quicker? But it's not a race to me. It's like we both gonna be up. So
What do you feel
fuck it.
like men could do? Josh wrote this, so he said, "What can women do to make that communication better?" What can men do to make communication better?
Hmm. Um. I think for the first, the most important thing is stop looking at communication as conflict and just be like, this is just a discussion. Because once it's like you hear that, okay, let's talk about something. You be like, automatically your heart start beating. Your guard is up. You like, talk about what? Everything perfect. Like damn, like I ain't even do nothing. Like
And
damn.
that part.
I mean, we
Oh
was
my
having a
gosh,
good
that's what it sounds
day.
like
Like we was
too.
having a good day. Like why you gotta do this right now? Instead of what I'm saying, what easier said than done because or like I said, we don't. When we have a serious conversation with somebody, it's because some shit that hit the fan. It's like, all right,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying. So try not to see communication as conflict. It's and even if it is a conflict, communication can help solve it. So just looking, getting a different viewpoint on expressing things, and you know what I'm saying, and being more open to that, I think would do wonders. Free the shackles from my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree too. I thank you for coming on. This was like a super dope, amazing, eye-opening episode.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
It
feel
was my
like,
favorite episode.
yeah, I feel like I got some gems from it. I was
I was like,
like,
duly noted. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
noted.
yeah. I would
yeah,
make
because I've
it
heard
break it
these
down, make it
exact
real easy.
words.
Yeah.
I've heard some of these exact words. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, y'all are all the same. I've heard some of these exact same
Oh,
words.
shit. Sorry, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I had to keep it all the way a buck with her. It's too early in the morning for me to be faking shit.
Listen, I think the more men are honest, the more you can get from a woman, the more it could be easier. That's why I'm like, if
Yes,
Yeah,
you keep it real, the easier the relationship could be.
it works for me
yes.
every time. You can't catch me up in no lie because I ain't tell
Okay.
one.
That's what I say too. Like, and I just said this our episode back on myths of Black women. Like, I had to choose between craziness and honesty, and I'm going to take honesty because if you're honest with me, I can't do anything but respect that.
Hmm.
Now I'm going to like fall back and be like, okay, even if I don't feel like it's what the outcome I wanted it to be, I could be like, okay, at least I can deal with it because now I have the closure of the honesty. Like I know what
Hmm.
it is. So now I can maneuver a situation how I feel okay with maneuvering it. But if
Right.
you
Right.
lying or you being around the bush or whatever, like if I maneuver how I need to, because we're still separate individuals,
Yeah.
and I make a move, then I'm gonna just go crazy on your ass because you deserved it. You called that.
Listen.
You called that into fruition
Yeah.
because you you should have just been honest.
Yeah.
But if you got me moving crazy and because you don't want to be honest about it, then I'm gonna act crazy. I'm gonna act
You gonna get
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. They be trying to call us crazy, but y'all be making us crazy.
Well, that's
Y'all
why,
be
you
making us
know,
do stuff like that.
Y'all be forcing our hands.
man,
Yes.
I'll be letting partners in my life know, like, I have a lot of qualities that are very, positive. Um, Emotional intelligence is something I'm working on. It's not my strongest suit. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I validate your experiences and all of this. However, it's gonna take me a little time to get, what I'm saying, get on that level,
But
raise
that's
my
dope. The
level.
honesty is the best policy. And if
Yeah, I'm
you're
like,
honest,
man, that's
all
stupid.
your partner can do is take it in and be like, well, he did say X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, but that only lasts for so long. You can
That
only
part.
throw that out so many times. They're like, all right, it's been a while.
They'll
You
be like, all
continue
right,
this shit.
bro. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And sometimes I feel like if there was just an open communication between men, we wouldn't have to go to our friends.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
that part.
Because
that would
our
never
friends
happen
are
though.
going to give us a whole story.
You
We
know what
coming up
fucked
with a
me up?
whole story for you.
Also, semi related to that is I was talking to a homegirl and she was like y'all think y'all know your friends. You will never know your friends how a woman knows your friends because the way that they interface with us, the way that they deal with us and talk with us, you will never know because the conversations y'all have is like, oh yeah, I got this shorty over here, I got this, but you don't tell us that you and her messages 18 times, texting her, you know what I'm saying, pressing her, and doing all this weirdo shit, like you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So I
Yeah.
think that's another casualty of us not expressing ourselves. You know what I'm saying, men having conversations with each other. Um, I do try and hold some of my real good friends. We always just feel like one of my homies just hit me the other day. Was like, "Yo, man." We was getting off the phone. He was like, "Yo, man, if you ever need to talk about your mental, you feel me, just hit me." I was like,
That's what's
"Damn, I
up.
ain't never heard
I
none
love
of that
that.
shit like that." I was like, "Damn," because we was talking. We was like, "Damn, I've been kind of down bad like the last couple weeks." He's like, "Man, me too. What the fuck going on?" And we just had a little conversation. And I was like, "Damn, that was
I love
refreshing."
that.
I
Yeah,
love that. I wish more men
yeah.
would do that with their homies and just be like,
Yes.
yo, bro, you ever just want to talk? I'm here.
Yeah,
Especially
just
more
hit me.
black men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
more
yeah,
black
yeah,
men.
more black men, I feel like they
yeah.
would do
That's
that.
dope.
Nah, I really appreciated that. I was like, man, you my nigga, bro. God damn.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
gosh. Well, thank you for coming on. We
My
so
absolute
appreciate
pleasure.
having you.
Yeah, thank you
Yes,
for having me, for real, for real.
yes, we'll have to bring you back on. Let let all the fans and the people know where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me on Instagram at Enimeezy, spelled like that, Enemeezy. I'm on Twitter. You can look me up the same way. Twitter is where I be mostly at. Instagram is kind of I don't know. It's so glamorized, but Twitter you can get all my real thoughts and everything. I got just dropped a project that I produced. It's an Afrobeat EP
Nice.
with artists from Senegal, Pop Euro, and check that out. And I got some music on the way. Just had a song in Bel Air, episode 5, that just dropped the other day. So we moving
Nice.
and shaking. You know what I'm saying? So check me out. Check me out on on Apple Music, Spotify, all of that, and the music.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming. And Kiki, let them know where they can find you.
This is probably like my favorite episode because now I understand men fully. Well, thank you. But you guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
All
And you
right.
can find me everywhere at Hey Mo Love. And also make sure you follow the Queens at Queens Uncut on all social media platforms. Check out our YouTube channel at Black Queens Uncut. Yeah, just put it in the search bar, Black Queens Uncut. Also, you can check us out every Wednesday for a new episode. And if you haven't already, make sure you go check out seasons 1, 2, and 3 as we're in season 4 right now. And we love you guys. Thank you, Queens and family. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.